Welcome back to Coding is Not Hard. Making a video game interesting is not that easy. At the moment I'm working on a new boss that is an AI robot that detects the player. It at the moment creates thunder strikes that will hit the player, but there should be a new attack that spawns little robots that also attack the player. So therefore create a new attack and enable this attack for the robot. Since there's no functionality at the moment for the new attack, let's implement this. So if the AI robot wants to spawn a new robot, this piece of code will be executed. But since there's no robot in the game at the moment, we should start by adding a new robot. This robot will look a little bit similar to the player, and it will be a little bit more huge. So it will be black with some gray, with a gray helmet. So let's pick a color for that, and this will be just a temporary sprite, and I will create a nicer one later, but for now this is completely fine. And now we have to add this obstacle to the game. Therefore there's an enumeration with all obstacles, and there has to be also the robot. What also has to be done is the obstacle count has to be increased, because there's now one obstacle more inside the game, and this variable is called n different obstacles, and it's at the moment 99, and this will be the 100th obstacle, which is a nice milestone to hit. 100 obstacles inside the game. And also the name of the obstacle has to be defined. That's inside the function getObstacleString. So if the obstacle that is recognized is the robot, the correct string has to be displayed inside the game, and therefore is this function, which maps an obstacle to a name. And here we add just a new case. If the obstacle is robot, we will return a new name, the robot. And for the German translation also insert Roboter. And let's do it like that. And if the obstacle is robot, we will return now the robot string. Next thing is that we have an array with all the stats of the obstacles, and this entry of the array will define how much HP the obstacle has, how much damage it deals, and many other things like the range of the obstacle. So here's the last entry, and we will just copy the last entry and create a new entry for the robot. And also it defines the size of the obstacle. For example, here it is 2 by 2. And the robot should not have that much HP. Like a real boss at the moment has 5000 HP, and this should be around, this obstacle should have around 100 HP, so this correlates with very low. And the range also don't have to be that high, and the damage also shouldn't be that high. Let's just do it. Pick normal here. The last thing that has to be added inside the code is the new texture, because at the beginning of the video we added a new texture, but at the moment not inside the game. So therefore we have to go to the resource collection and here we are loading some obstacles, and we can just increase the index of the for loop so that one texture more gets loaded, because we have one texture more. And this should solve all the problems. And now we can see we can place the robot inside the game. So it's at the moment manually spawned and not using the AI robot boss, but it seems like everything's working. So now let's implement the functionality that the AI robot spawns the robot. Since the robot is also a monster and should deal extra damage if hit by a bow, we have to add it inside this array or vector. So let's just drop this robot here and also the ogre, because I forgot it earlier. And now let's check what we have to do next. There's a functionality that spawns a snow golem or snowman, and we will use this as template for spawning the robot because it's really similar. So it works like that first we calculate how many robots we want to spawn. Minimum is 1, and then we calculate a random number between 0 and 1 and add it. So there could spawn 2 at most. Then we calculate the spawn position, that will be the boss position, adjusted by 5, -5 or whatsoever. And then we calculate using the find nearest position that fits function the position where the robot should be spawned, and then we swap the snowman obviously for the robot, and inside the game the robots get spawned and we can shoot them because they don't have much HP and they die instantly, but the robots don't attack. So that's the next thing we have to fix. And here I have to explain a little bit how the next turn button works. So if we press the next turn button, every obstacle on the map gets checked if it's inside of the boss attacks array we can see here. If the type of the obstacle correlates with the type that is defined here, for example robot, then a normal attack should be executed. So since we added this just now, before that the robots just didn't attack because we didn't define it. And now you can see the HP of my units getting lower and the normal attacks get executed. And now every unit of mine is dead because the robots did a good job. Let's try this again and see how if we can notice any bugs that instantly can get fixed. And the AI robot will not spawn robots every turn. Just for debugging now, I made it so that the AI robot just spawns robots and doesn't execute any other attack. And in the beginning of the video you can see that the AI robot can also create thunder strikes, and it also can attack normally and decreases the HP by 50%. But for now let's test the robot attacking and spawning. So let's attack the AI robot and see if everything works fine. And I think if it works fine twice, this should be a good benchmark for the beginning. And yeah, we can shoot the robots and try to fight back, but at some point there will be so many robots that we can't do anything. And it seems to work fine. And if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, leave a like, or write what you think in the comments. And See ya.